Hi, this is Chantal from the Purring Cat Studio and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a super fun DIY project for you. Decorating Rolodex cards for your junk journal. So grab your supplies and let's get started. So first, gather your Rolodex cards. These are perfect for adding a little something special to your journal pages, and you can find them at thrift stores or online. These, I think, I don't remember. I found some, and I also had a friend find some for me. And yeah, I really enjoy working with them. And I think I've worked with them before with you, but I thought this would be very fun to do again. So first, let's start talking about decoration ideas. One option would be to use some pattern papers. So for example, I have this beautiful paper I absolutely adore. So I think I should try and make one with this. So I will, first of all, we'll have all kinds. So if you don't have this, don't worry, there'll be other ideas, okay? So first I want to see what part of the paper I'm going to use to put on this. I really like the extremely big butterfly, but by being extremely big, I won't be able to show it all off. There's another one here. Let me see. Is this upside down? Oh, look at that. Sorry, I don't know if I was off camera here. This is lovely. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the paper to fit my Rolodex. So by the way, if you don't have this, you could have probably there's napkins, decorative napkins that will work really well, and of course tissue papers, and I'll give you a lot of other ideas, so don't worry, just stay put. I have not forgotten about you. So what I'm doing, by the way, for those of you who've never seen me do this before, when you have oh, and like there's these also Tim Holtz paper, right? These are perfect for the project we're doing today as well. But the first one I want to show you is I'm going to use this patterned paper. I really love it, and I don't use it often. I've ordered a bunch of them, well, I shouldn't say a bunch, but they're so big. I have so much of it, I should say, and I don't use them. So here is me using them today with you. So for those of you who've never seen me do this before, I'm using a brush, a water brush. You can use just, you know, a paintbrush with water. It will also do the same. And the reason I'm doing this is because this paper, I find, can be a little tricky to cut perfectly. And I want to be able to kind of tear it, if you will. So, and this paper though, however, I have to say it's a little thicker than the one I usually play with these, but hopefully this will work. So I'm just going to put my finger on these. No, actually on this. Let me see if I can tear it. Usually I can, yeah. No, I don't even have to hold anything. I just have to tear it. There. I could have cut it. Usually I use this technique if I want to cut around a butterfly, let's say. And it's so delicate and I don't want to ruin it, and usually I just do that technique. But now I don't know what I was thinking, it doesn't work. I wanted to punch this through, right? I wanted it to, you know what, I know what I'm gonna do. I'll show you real quick. First of all, let's glue this piece of paper on the card. Then I'm going to, after I glue this piece of paper and show you the trick I just thought of, I will show you other decoration ideas for two other ones, and then we'll move on to other decoration ideas. Okay, so for this particular application of this tissue paper, I will use clear gesso. Glue will do, Mod Podge would work as well. Do what you want with what you have, and you'll also, you know, you'll determine with the kind of paper you're using whether it's a napkin. The napkins I find a little more gentle to work with, so maybe you'd rather put glue and gently press on your napkins, which is fine. For me, I find that this gesso, the clear gesso, is perfect for this type of paper. If you have something like Tim Holtz paper, gesso, glue, again, Mod Podge will work fine. Okay, so I will just apply my piece of paper right here. Make sure I cover all of it. Oh, it's gonna be so beautiful. There. Oh yes, I love it. Love, love, love it. So in retrospect, that whole water pen thing was not necessary for this particular page that I cut out, simply because I could have just cut the rectangle around it. But this is a very good trick when you are trying to cut out, let's say I wanted to cut out just this piece or just the butterfly. I could use a water brush and it works very, very well. I know that some people will tear around it. That's also good. But if you want a precise cut, of course, scissors. But I find sometimes these are hard with scissors to work around, but that's just me. Okay. Now I will, and the reason I'm saying this was like not maybe the best for this particular project is because I have to trim around it anyways. So, or I could also just glue it like this. It wouldn't look bad actually. It's really, actually, I kind of like the idea, so let me do just that. That's what happens when you craft. You get ideas upon ideas, and as you're playing with your paper and manipulating your craft supplies, you get ideas, right? You get ideas as you're crafting. Your whole imagination gets sparked. Okay, so let's do just that. I will just go like this. And don't worry, we will see that it is a Rolodex card. That's the whole point. That's why I don't want to hide the holes of the Rolodex card. So yeah, for those of you who thinks, oh my god, Rolodex, do they still exist? Yes, they do. If you don't have a friend that can supply you with old ones, you can actually purchase them. Now, isn't that a thing of beauty? I was quite surprised myself, I must say. So this I would just go like this, but I could also have wetted it with, again, my water brush. Oh, you just heard my cat. I think she's not happy because my boy just put her in the basement. She was being a bad kitty. So, yes, you were being a bad kitty. Usually you're a purring cat in my studio. Right now you're making noise. Okay, so I'm just going to do this, and I think I'm going to try and see if she wants to go out. Okay, so I just cleared the paper, so sometimes I used my tiny little scissors just like that and just to trim a tiny bit. I also used, because it was already wet with the water brush, it was easy to just tear off, and then there you go. So we will ink the edges and then we'll put it aside, and I'll show you other things. Okay, so I will grab a little brush. I think I will go with black soot. It is my go-to lately. I absolutely love it. I will use a tiny brush like this just for the Rolodex holes, because I want us to see them. Okay, so it's going to be difficult because I don't want to break them. So I'm kind of bending it this way, and then I'm going to bend it this way. I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to achieve here. In other words, I'm trying to get that brush in there. If you have smaller brush than mine, go right ahead. Why not? This is the size. This is the smallest size I think I have. You know what I didn't think of? A paintbrush. A little tougher paintbrush for the, oh my goodness, ta-da! See what I was just saying 2 seconds ago? The more you craft and play with your supplies, the more ideas you get. Oh my goodness, there you go. I just found a solution to a problem. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has had this. Because this, I mean, I have a nice set of brushes, but this is the smallest I have. And it was still too big for what we're doing, so. This is perfect, look. Oh my goodness, yes. Now I can use this brush for the rest. There. This little paintbrush idea is also very good for when, you know, when you punch a hole and you want to color the inside. Paintbrush, oh my goodness, there we go. Perfect. This one is a little too black, but it's okay. Doesn't look bad. Well, okay, for the rest I can use the sponge thingy. Oh, I like the black soot with this. It's very beautiful. And what I like is, because these were used Rolodex card, and I'll show you the back in a minute. So these were used Rolodex cards. So in the back, or this was the front, if you will, there was a sticker with all the information. The sticker peeled right off because it's very old. And so now it's, you know, the back is this way. I could have covered the back and left this, or covered the front, if you will, and left this to be the back. So we can do that for the next one. I just didn't think about it for this one. But again, it doesn't matter because we can age everything. So I can take this. This is vintage photo, I think I just grabbed. And we can go around and make sure everything is nice and old, where you won't even see the difference between the original beige and the yellow from the glue. It all looks old and aged this way. And I kind of like that we glued the paper, you know, the leftover edge. But if you don't like that, again, just cut it to the right size right away. I don't dislike this. I'm actually going to, to ink the edges for the back, which technically, like I said, was the front with the sticker. But for this card, it's the back. I think the back is also pretty interesting now. It's very old and vintage. But look at the front. Oh my goodness, is it ever gorgeous. Okay, so the next one, another idea is to use washi tape. We all have nice, beautiful, gorgeous washi tape that we don't get to use at all. Now there's different ways to use it. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I grab let's say I grab this washi tape and I just want to use it as is. Of course, I could cover the whole card if I wanted, just to be a tiny bit like this, except it would be washi tape. Or I could also, and I'll show you with this other washi tape because it's a little easier to show you with this one. You could cut around the patterns and just use part of it. So I'll show you real quick. I will cut around parts of it. Let me just choose which part I'd like to cut around. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's as wide as the Rolodex. I never noticed. These are from the washi tape shop, so a lot of those rows that they have will be these large rows. This would be beautiful just like that, but I really want to show you what I was just talking about. So what I'm going to do is I like it like that, so I will start trimming. Actually no, I will start trimming right here. So I'm going to cut this off like so, and I will fast forward the cutting because I just want to show you what. Oh, look at that though. Wait, now, I want this. Oh, I don't know what I want. Okay, let me trim and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, so as you can see, this is really beautiful, but I don't want it to be just plain like this in the background. So I have other washi tapes. I have this one, so let's see what it would look like. That is not bad at all. I don't know if you can see that properly. There's this one. Now I'm just like trying to see about, washi tapes, but there's other options. But since this is washi tapes, I'm just trying to see if there's something else that would look good. I have also this one with the handwriting. That is very sweet as well. But maybe too much. I think it overpowers the flower. So how about we play with the stamps? So, now do I want black? Yeah, okay, we'll try. I'm going to back up because you're a little close. I think this would look good because it's flowers, but it will be more discreet because it's just a stamp, and then we'll add these beautiful. Let's see what it looks like. We won't know until we try. Okay, so I think it's easier to, now do I want to use, let me see how much of this will be hidden. I'll try and use this side for this one, just to be different. I find that it's easier with big stamps to just put the paper and press like so. I find, for me anyways, maybe you don't have that problem, or maybe you have those special stamping like tools. But for me, if I put the big stamp on the piece of paper, I find that there's no, look what I've done. Oh well. There's no pressure in the middle of the stamp. Okay, now I have ink on my fingers and on the back of the card I was trying to keep clean. Oh well. Ooh. That does look good. Okay. Let me put this stamp away before I stamp something else. Okay, let's hope my idea was a good idea. Let me, goodness, it won't. There we go. Oops. You know what? I did not think of the fact that you'd see the flowers through the washi tape. But I'm not disliking it. I just didn't think about it. Huh. It's not bad, I have to say. It's not what I thought, because I never really thought of the stamp going through the washi tape. So I'm a little surprised. That's the surprised person right now that you're hearing. It's like, huh. I don't dislike it, but I'm a little surprised. That's all. Now I'm being lazy instead of getting that paintbrush. That's okay. Okay. What do we think? I think it's different, but I don't dislike it. I really, really don't dislike it. The more I look at it, the more I'm getting attached to this thing. It's beautiful. And I love, because of the gold in the washi, when you move it, see that? That is really nice. And I'm sure you have plenty of washi tapes that you don't use. Okay, next idea. To use some old paper, like book pages. Why not? And oh, this one has a bird. I didn't see that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Now I'm wondering. Oh, now I'm wondering of something else here. Give me a second. Okay, so I have this old book about birds. This bird is a little too big, unless you decided to make it. No, not even. But this one is not. And now I'm thinking, This would look fabulous. Why not? Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh yes, this is really pretty. I'm sorry, you're a little too close. Well, that was not my idea, but we'll make a fourth one, and that's that. It has been decided. Okay, so let me trim this. Oh my, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Now, I just so happen to have a book page. However, if you have bird stamps, use that, right? It's just that I just so happen to see this. You know what would be even better? Now, bear with me. Oh my goodness, see what I said? When you play with your supplies, you get all kinds of ideas. I think fussy cutting. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm going to combine the first idea I had that I just said, oh, well, now I'm going to have to do 4 cards. But no, I'm going to combine both of them into this. So I'm fussy cutting this bird. I'm going to come back to the beak after. Like so. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Oh, I'm so happy I had the idea. Oh, look through your old book pages. I find that a lot of the books that I really love to purchase are old book about birds, plants, flowers, for 2 reasons. First, the images. Hello, it's gorgeous. But also, and I know this is going to sound a little strange, but I'm always worried. Let's say I just take a book because the pages are, the color I want, or what if there's bad words? What if there's a racist sentence in there that I didn't notice and I'm there crafting and oh my goodness, my heart. Just thinking about it, I feel bad, right? So by choosing books about birds and plants, what's the risk really, right? So for me, it's two reasons. 1, no risks of bad words, and 2, well, the images are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I think that's enough for what I wanted. There. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love it. Love it. Yes. Oh, okay. So the other idea, because I was going to say, you can also use book pages. And so I was going to use, the writing and such. But now I will use the writing, but I will glue. And this is the same page, right? It was right here, the image, right there. Now I'm going to use the writing for behind it. Yes, 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 yes. So like this. And right about there. I'll just trim it after. Don't worries, no worries, no worries. Okay, now my only concern is, again, trying to cut around those, but you know what? With small scissors, oh yeah, you can perfectly oh, my goodness, Chantal. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I congratulate myself on being so smart, and other days, well, let's go to another caller. I'll explain to you in a second. First, I want to make sure that this will be trimmed properly. So if I glue it here, I mean, I can always round the corners after, but I want to make sure it's the right size. Yes, and trim the excess right here. Make sure you hold it together properly. Like so. There. Okay, so now I will just go around. I was going to cut it once it was glued, but why bother when I can just trace it and cut it out before I glue it, duh. But, you know, if you didn't think about it, I mean, it's not so small that you couldn't cut it with a pair of scissors, so you're still going to be able to do so. So just like that, see? Now I can just cut them out. There we go. That was my brilliant idea. Sometimes it's funny how my brain works. Funny or scary, depends on your perspective. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can see through here. Just that some angles are difficult to get to, so I could see through it. Maybe you couldn't, but I could from the light I have here, so there we go. Perfect. And I did say I would cut the beak. I don't have to, but why not? There it is. Okay. Now we can glue this on our card. Like so. See? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I will round the corners. Perfect. Just trim this. I see a little, just a tiny bit overlap right here and there where I see the writing. There. Look at that. And now you use the same page, like the book page. Oh, come on. Tell me you don't love this. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, my question is, do I ink the edges of the bird? I think I should. Should I? Oh, it's too late now. Yeah, just a tiny bit, just to make it pop. Gonna be very careful not to over color it so that, you know, you lose the beautiful details of this image. Oh, I'm so happy I thought of this. So we're really using this book page. Oh my goodness, now I want to make more because I have book page with you know, flowers and such. Oh yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. So I will glue this. Okay, so what do you think? I think this is going to be my favorite. I have to do some more. Now I'm going to look through all my pages and do exactly that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. Oh, I hope you like it too. I hope I'm giving you ideas, and now you're going to go through your old book pages and rip those pages out and you know, fussy cut the images and glue them on top of the very page they came from. Way to use a page. Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay. Okay, so if you love adding texture, I am going to give you a few ideas right now. So how about, I can't wait to show you the idea I just popped in my head for this one. Oh, okay. So for this one, because I feel it's very flowery and, you know, lacy, I think lace for this one would be absolutely gorgeous. And I think I will just sew it right here. Okay, so I went ahead and I sewed a very, very thin trim of lace. So I will cut the excess, and I will also trim the excess here, like so. And oops, I think I have glue on my scissors. And just a tad here. I didn't put too much of it because I did not want to hide the washi tape. But I think overall this card looks vintage and what is it? Not boho. I don't remember the word, but it's very, I don't know the word. You're going to have to help me out. There's a word for this. But yes, look at it. I love it. Okay, it's very different from my style, but I'm here to show you ideas. So now the other one I feel also could benefit from fabric, but it has to be a little grungier. And I feel this fabric is very thick. Now I could just put something here, kind of like a tab to pull it out. And I think this would be lovely without hiding the fact that it's a Rolodex. So all I would have to do is, let me see, try and trim it a little thinner. Like that. That's just an idea. Let's see. And we could use maybe the other part for something else. So what if I kind of made a tab on the middle part just like that? That is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I love it. I really, really love it. Oh, I just had another idea. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of glue here so it doesn't, oh, hold on, right here. So you could sew this, or you could also just put an eyelet. And for the other part, just so we have more than just this tiny piece of fabric and not to waste our leftovers, how about I glue it here and we'll put a word on it? That would be very pretty. Hold on, let me see about the eyelet. Okay, I put the eyelet. I think this is absolutely lovely. And how about we stamp maybe a number? It could be a number, it could be a word. For this, I think I'll just go with the number because I have it, and why not? So yeah, there you go. And then I'll show you my last idea for the last one. I think it's going to be beautiful. There. Oh, lovely. I love these stamps, all these numbers, and the I think it's the field notes. I have others, but this is, I think, from the field notes from Tim Holtz. Okay, now let's apply some glue. There we go. Whoops. Now, if that's not a gorgeous Rolodex card, isn't that just beautiful? I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Love, love, love. Okay, so next, our beautiful bird card. And here's the idea I had. Now, I will need, hold on, let me just back up the camera a tiny bit. Okay, so let's do, and it's funny because while I'm creating these with you, I'm having other ideas. Okay, so I have these letters, and you click them together and you create words. So I thought, why not some embossing powder? So how about we do that right now, like so. And I think the word should go right here. I hope it will show because there's already a lot of writing. See, that's the only part I didn't think of, but I could put it right here. Oh yeah, there you go. I will stamp the word like so. I know you don't see it because it's clear. I'm going to put a piece of paper underneath and then put some black embossing powder, like so. Lovely. Exactly like the word. Now I'm going to put the leftover embossing powder back in the container. And that's why embossing powder lasts so long. Oh my goodness, don't hesitate to buy some. It's a good purchase, and like I said, it lasts a long time. So now I will just take a little brush and get rid of some of the excess right here. I like the lines. I like it. Okay, so let's proceed to the embossing, and I'll put my camera closer, turn down the volume so you don't hear the heat gun, but I want you to see how lovely this will become. Okay, so as you can see, this has worked beautifully. I love embossing. I love to feel the letters. I think it adds some texture. Very discreet, but texture nonetheless. Okay, so now for the final touches. Yes, you could leave them like that. This one is absolutely beautiful just the way it is, but I found a tiny little wax seal that I made. I was trying out things, and I thought it would look good just there. I don't know why. I feel it adds even more, and it's not too thick. But I could leave it this way, but I'm personally going to add this because I want to. There, I think it's lovely just like that. A little too much glue, that's fine. And then I thought this one is very feminine and lacy, and it's not my type. I do like it. I like the ideas I came up with, but it's not in the style of the journals I make. And but for some reason I feel it would shine even more if I could add a metal corner. See the difference? It adds, because it makes it pop. And then after this, now I like it, so I will do just that. I'm just going to make sure it's not all bent. So I'm going to put some glue, kind of off balancing the fact that it's lace, flowers, and everything delicate. You know what I mean? And now with this on, once it's glued, honestly, whoops, not to my finger, to the card, please. Thank you. But once it's glued there, now for some reason I really like it. And I would even add maybe a word here or a word there, something else. So for now, I will leave it there to dry. Actually, I just have the word in my hand because I look through my words like this. This is nice. It looks fine. But then I have these words here. And I thought beautiful was perfect, and I will glue it right here. I inked the edges, and now, even if it's still very flowery and feminine, I think the metal and the word gave it a little edge, and now I really like it. And finally, for our bird card, I thought, why not? Again, it's all, you can add different things. I'm using what I have. And I have these, well, I have beads like these. I have like half pearls that you glue. Then I have these shiny ones. And I saw one that was kind of, some that are dark or darkish or grayish. Oh, like this one, I think. And maybe a light one. Let me see what else I have. I like the little black ones. Whoops, this one, I keep wanting to turn it, but it won't show itself. I like the black ones. I really like the black ones, actually. And just to make it different, maybe 3 black ones. And if I can find something, if it will turn, that's gold, that's kind of silver. Oops, no, that's the back of it. No, it is the front. Okay, I think I really like the black ones for some reason. Huh. and maybe medium ones that are shining like the big one right now. Oops, I know it turned around, but I'll show you after. Oh, right here, there's another one. Perfect. Okay, give me a second to gather this and make sure that you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is it. I like it the way they are, so I will, okay. I grabbed two, that's okay. Tiny bit of glue, very tiny bit of glue, and try not to drop them. And hopefully, yeah, they stuck to the page. Okay. Oh my dear. This might have a tiny bit too much glue. But it does dry clear, so let's not worry too much about that. Okay. And actually, I'm just going to put glue where I want it. I want the big one here. And the other black one maybe just here. So, oops. That's the bigger one that I want right here. Sorry for my hands. No, you can't see much. Now the glue disappeared, of course. I'll put the glue right here. There. I know it's too much, but it dries clear, like I said. And you know this. There. Okay. Okay, well, there it is. I love it. It's perfect. I love this card so much. I'm going to make more because I'm having way too much fun. I hope you loved it as well. I mean, look at these. I mean, these are unique. And Rolodex cards are inexpensive, and then use what you have. I could have given you a lot more ideas, but I mean, look through your stash, look through everything you have. I'm sure you'll find you have way more than you thought, especially since these are so small to decorate. It doesn't take too much of anything you have, so any leftover will do the trick because they're so small, right? So that's it. Now you have some awesome ideas for decorating Rolodex cards for your junk journal. So I hope you get creative and make each card unique to your style. I hope you explored, your stash and everything you have like for leftovers. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, in order for you to see more crafty content. On this, I'll say as usual, thank you for watching. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and safe. I give you a great big hug from here in Nova Scotia, Canada. And as always, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.